Xivu Arath is back. We haven't encountered her face to face yet, but we have seen what she looks like. She has new dialogue, and we fight her forces aboard the Dreadnaught. We've known Xivu has had a throne world, but recently we got to take a peek inside, and it's pretty horrifying compared to the other Hive gods. Today we discuss Xivu Arath's Black Terrace, and dive into frames and clips you may have missed. So before we take a look at some of the new images, let's describe the Black Terrace from the lore, so we can get a picture in our head from the previous years of Xivu's throne, and then compare it to what we see in Heresy. Our first text from an entry comes from a member of the Awoken, who tried to search through the ley lines to find Marasav back in the day and found Xivu Arath's throne instead in the Ascendant Plane. It tore her consciousness across the cosmos to a grand terrace of onyx swords and emerald flame reigning over a red harbor. Fingers reached like blades from distant hollows, screaming noise upon noise. A lone figure stood on the terrace aside two empty thrones, testing, prodding, tasting, breeding war. In Season of the Deep, Xivu Arath tried to claim Titan for Xivu Arath. He and his forces dove into the depths and did a ritual to contact Xivu, who was in her throne world. Here's what the last few lines said. Blood and ash was offered until none remained. The knight stepped forward, brandishing a blade of deathly menace. I call Xivu Arath. I invoke war's presence. Take this dreg, cast out by your sister. Take her claims as your own. The churning soul flame was drawn into the knight's deathly blade, then plunged into the wizard's skull. The runic circle projected an ancient realm, and the knight felt watchful eyes leering from atop a distant black terrace perched above that projected realm. The thunderous response pressed him to his knees. Xivu Arath, I accept thine offerings. Through will, lies are unearthed. Through will, lies are unmade. Through will, lies fall to conquest. Kudizad, bound, you are named in service. So throughout the years like this encounter in Season of the Deep, Xivu has spoken many times through a projection from her throne world. She did it to Xivu Arath here. She also spoke to Clovis Bray in the same fashion in Season of the Seraph lore, when she was trying to bring about war with the whole Seraph situation drama. Xivu Arath describes her throne in the deathless entry from the Season of the Witches Sororicide lore book. My throne, carved to endure by Xivu Arath, god of love. My court is war, and you will find me there. I am war, and my throne is deathless. Come, cut the outer curtain of my fortress, and it will open its new eye in a bloodless laceration. Cut further to see inside its walls, the yellow fat, the purple viscera, the teeming rust-cut capillaries. These are the colors of war. These are the colors of my court. My gates open to the most life. The swollen fountains run with blood and burst with arterial spray. The paths are paved with small white teeth. They gnash beneath each footfall, their roots raw and alive. Look, I have raised cathedrals made of flesh. When a breeze caresses them, they blush and contract, fine hairs sensing the change. They are worshipped with bare touch. My throne shudders with joy. The halls of my palace are echoing throats, slick and filled with breath. Its windows are glazed with skin, opalescent and alive, latticed with blue-black veins. The seats of my throne are fashioned with living bones. Break them, and you will see their raw red marrow. Break them, and the wet pith will writhe. Two are knotted in scars, broken and reformed, broken and reformed. Look out from the terrace and see the worlds we will devour to sustain us. It is a mouth yawning black and wide and hungering. It is open in screams of base need. My court is love, and you will meet me there. So you can see how that sounds pretty terrifying. The floors are filled with teeth that crunch as you walk over them. Literal cathedrals are made of the flesh of her enemies. In the cutscene for Act 2, we learn and see Eris's throne. Next to that, she tells us about Oryxes, and we see Savathun's, but also Xivu Arath's for the first time. Now from the descriptions, it's pretty much what you'd expect. A war-torn realm littered with swords, weapons, and even flesh holding structures together. This was a super epic cutscene, and I wanted to slow it down a bit with some clips and images to take a better look. Anyway, Guardians, that's all we got for today's video. A better look into the lore and actual images of Xivu Arath's throne world, the Black Terrace. I'm not sure if we'll ever actually get to visit this location, but it looks pretty terrifying from what we've seen so far. If I had to guess, I would assume that we don't kill Xivu here in Heresy. She may still exist somehow. So there could be a possibility that we visit this location someday. But if you'd like to see some more Destiny news, lore, and mysteries just like this video, please be sure to subscribe to the channel. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next video.